Okay, so it seems like recently there's been some pretty good news in regards to the whole Ironmouse situation. Now, if you don't know, last time we left off, Ironmouse's Spotify no longer had Cry For Me up on her page. It was completely gone. The new song, well, I say new song, it's a joke now, new song, obviously it's been up for eight months or so, that has been getting attacked by a lot of people over on TikTok and places like that, has caught the attention of a lot of people, of course, and, well, it ended up in a lot of hate, a lot of kind of harassment, and obviously to the point where people were attacking her Spotify, and the song was taken down from Spotify with another fake song being put up there, including a ton of different like racist material and stuff, which is absolutely horrible to see. Now, obviously, yeah, it seems like now though, there's some good news because Ironmouse did tweet earlier that Cry For Me is back up and saying thank you guys so much for the support. So everyone is super excited to see that is the case, right? And obviously shirobeats, one of the people who worked on the song as well, saying troll songs removed and Cry For Me back up. It's a good day. And you can see here over on Spotify, the song is back up, which is great to see. Again, really, really good. And it's not really coming up on our main page yet as one of her top songs. But you can see here, it says like an artist pick. My new song is back and you can click on it. So it's up, it's working. And also the other song that was obviously there, you know, pretending to be her is now gone too, which again is really, really great to see. And hopefully this can stay that way and that they don't present any more attacks. But it also seems that Ironmouse has actually responded to a lot of the haters that have been kind of doing this. And I kind of wanted to go through it and talk about it over on this clip by Pink Hamster here, who, yes, says Ironmouse on how her haters have crossed the line.
Yeah, so elephant in the room, apparently, so they mass reported the song and somebody they mass reported and copy struck the song to have it taken down. Yeah, somebody like re-uploaded the song and tried to say that it was their song, but we got it taken down. But now we're working on bringing back my song because it was like mass reported. It's crazy. It's crazy that people are doing that. It's crazy that people are doing that. Crazy. But that's okay, because we're working on it, and we're getting done. Lawyer up. I have a lawyer already. I have a lawyer already. They've been handling all this crazy shit. But you know, because of this stuff, like, strange things are happening. Interesting opportunities are arising, so it's fine.
I really don't get it. You don't have to like a song or anything that you don't like, but to spend so much time and energy on being hateful is so wild. You only have a limited amount of time in this world. Why waste it like that?
It's crazy to me. Oh my god, why does he sound like that? It's crazy to me that people are going above and beyond to like hate on something. I don't know. For me, like, if I don't like something, I just don't consume it and I don't listen to it and I don't watch it and I just don't say anything at all. But that's just me. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Everybody is different. I don't really like I don't know. But you know, I see people like talk about, oh yeah, she's getting hated on, blah 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 blah, whatever, you know, she's cancelled, blah blah. It's like, bro, I've been dealing with this for years already. It's not new to me. I've had people like do this to me for a long time. It's been happening every year. It's been happening every year. It's been happening every year. It happened last year, it happened the year before that, it happened the year before that. It's like, holy shit, I'm already used to it. It's fine. I'm your number one hater. Boot, I'm your number one hater. Get out of my chat. No, I'm just kidding. You can be my number one hater, boom.
So yeah, obviously, as you can see, you know, she has had a pretty, I guess, positive response to this. It seems like they're just trying to work to get it all back up and everything, which is great to see. And yeah, as she says, you know, she's been hated on for a very, very long time. It is something that is extremely common. And she says, even in the video, right, you don't have to like her songs. You don't have to like her music or anything like that, or anything that she's been doing. But, you know, you also don't have to go ahead and mass report and copyright strike and do all of this stuff to her music. Because, again, it is just extremely childish that someone would even go to those lengths to kind of, I guess, you know, annoy someone or to, you know, make a situation even worse, right? And yeah, she says she's been dealing with this for a while, and we have covered many instances of this happening. For example, back with the whole Baby No Money song, which she did a while back. Again, that was also being heavily criticized over on Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok again. for absolutely zero reason. And obviously people were going after Ironmouse and her condition, which I thought was obviously pretty disgusting. And it shows you, you know, obviously with a lot of the current stuff as well, like how much, you know, TikTok hate Ironmouse, I think at the moment. And it is pretty horrible to see, right? I don't know what they have against her. But again, I think it is totally fine to not like something or to not want to listen to any of her songs. That's totally fine. You know, no one's forcing you to, right? The same that nobody's forcing me to listen to the songs that you like. But at the same time, you know, you don't have to go ahead and copyright strike, take down, you know, replace with some like racist kind of material and things like that to essentially make Ironmouse look bad just because you don't like her, right? You're not saying us do this to your favorite band or singer or whatever, right? Because again, nobody cares. Nobody cares what music you like. It's just the fact that, you know, you just decide to be childish about this. You decide to be, you know, stupid about this and, you know, take this kind of action, which again, I'm hoping that Ironmouse's lawyers, obviously she says, you know, she has been working with some, I'm hoping that they find whoever did this and they actually, you know, face the repercussions for it, because that would be pretty funny, right? Imagine, you know, one of these people, I'm sure it's some, you know, fat loser in his basement or something, and he has to be dragged out to court and sued for quite a lot of money or whatever. That would be absolutely hilarious. I would love to see that. You know, I think that would be so funny. And, you know, I think it would finally actually show them that, hey, you know, you cannot just do this behavior. You cannot just get away with this and, you know, not face any kind of, I guess, punishment for it. Because, again, I think that it is ridiculous that it's been allowed to go this far and that, you know, they have managed to get this far and that they would even go this far in the first place, right? And I think that, yeah, maybe some kind of legal action, I think personally, would obviously set a message and set a tone for like, hey, don't do this. Because I'm sure there are other people right now that have been seeing this situation and are thinking, yeah, now's the perfect time to do the same, right? Now's the perfect time to, you know, make up a random song, copyright strike her, you know, her current song and try to take over her Spotify again. Which again, I'm sure there are plenty of people thinking of doing that. And I think if the one person that did it, whoever it was, you know, they get action taken against them. And obviously there is stuff, for example, whenever you upload things to DistroKid, you have to put in a lot of information about yourself. Now, obviously, they could have put in fake information about them. They could have put in fake information on Spotify and things. But again, they do put a portion of information on there. And if it was anything to do with their personal information, I mean, they might be cooked, right? If they're working with DistroKid and Spotify to find out who actually did this and why they did it, right? I think they could be cooked. And I do hope that they do find them and that their lawyers take them on pretty heavily. Because again, obviously, it can look really, really bad for Ironmouse, right? Because of especially the song that's uploaded. I mean, taking it down is whatever. You filed a false copyright strike, which in of itself is already a bad thing to do, like legally. But also on top of that, you tried to essentially make Ironmouse look bad. I don't even know what you'd really consider that. There's probably some legal term for it, right? But you essentially tried to make her look bad by uploading this, you know, racist song onto her Spotify. You know, trying to pose as her or whatever, trying to pretend to be her, and obviously, yeah, you've caused damage to some of her, you know, reputation. And I've got future videos that we're going to talk about of some people that have been, you know, reacting to this song being up on her Spotify, because again, some people have found themselves in some pretty awkward situations with this song being played, which I think is pretty crazy, right? And yeah, I just think it is horrible, like all over this song, all over all of this kind of like drama and things. Obviously, as I said, this all started from the Ray and Rakai drama, all of this kind of hatred and stuff, and now it's just kind of moved on to the songs, and you know, it's moved on to people like Booby as well, obviously voiced by Sea-Dog, who's also been catching a lot of the hate as well. But to be fair, like I was watching a stream the other day, he seems to be in like very, very good spirits about it. Like he's just like, okay, this is quite funny. People are just like memeing on it. And again, there's nothing really taken seriously. Now, some of these people are obviously trying to get a rise out of him or trying to, you know, anger him or whatever. But I think, you know, once they see, you know, his reactions to it and the fact that he doesn't really care and that he's actually laughing along with it, I think these people are going to give up pretty quickly because they're going to realize like, oh, this isn't really having any effect on him. And it's not really having any effect on Ironmouse either. Obviously, she says, you know, she's been struggling and stuff with things lately, but, you know, in terms of stream content, she hasn't been, you know, necessarily down or anything. She's been, you know, really, really great on stream. So, you know, as long as it's not affecting her stream, these people aren't going to get any kind of, you know, the response that they really want, you know, and they're not going to get the reaction that they're looking for whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. And instead, we got more of a positive reaction because her song Cry For Me has more streams than ever. Her song Cry For Me has more YouTube views than ever. And obviously now they're just contributing more to, I guess, our wallet, right, at the end of the day, right? And I think it is quite funny. And also getting the song more popular on TikTok for people that actually want to listen to it and people that would actually be interested in it. So again, at the end of the day, I think Ironmouse does come out on top, which obviously wasn't their intention in the first place. But I do think it is quite funny that, you know, it has ended this way now, hasn't it? But yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazu, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.